Nougat is a family of confections made with sugar, honey, roasted nuts, whipped egg whites, and sometimes chopped candied fruit. The consistency of nougat is chewy, and it is used in a variety of candy bars and chocolates. The word nougat comes from Occitan pan nogat, seemingly from Latin panis nucatus, nut bread. There are three basic kinds of nougat. The first, and most common, is white nougat, made with beaten egg whites and honey. It appeared in Colonia Veneta, Italy, in the early 15th century. In Alicante, Spain, probably earlier but with the first published recipe in the 16th century, and in Montélimar, France, in the 18th century. The second is brown nougat, which is made without egg whites and has a firmer, often crunchy texture. The third is the Viennese or German nougat, which is essentially a chocolate nut praline. History. Many legends exist around nougat's origins. The early recipes of white nougat were found in a Middle Eastern book in Baghdad, the 10th century, where it was borrowed from Central Asia. That nougat was called natif. One of these recipes indicates that the natif comes from Harin, a city located between Urfa and Aleppo, Syria. Mention of natif was found in a triangle between Urfa, Aleppo, and Baghdad. At the end of the 10th century, the traveler and geographer Abu al-Kashim Muhammad ibn Okal wrote that he ate some natif in Manbij, Syria, and in Bukhara, Uzbekistan. Distribution and popularity. In southern Europe, where it is likely to have originated, nougat is largely associated with the Christmas season. Tarin, a candy related to the traditional French nougat, is produced in Spain and some neighboring parts of France, in Cremona, Torianova and Sicily in Italy, Greece, Malta, and it was customized in Tabriz in Iran with the same name. The nougat, used as an ingredient in many modern candy bars in the United States and United Kingdom, is different from traditional recipes, being a mixture of sucrose and corn syrup aerated with a whipping agent such as egg white or hydrolyzed soy protein or gelatin. It is a preferred and often used ingredient of large candy companies, being inexpensive to make and used as a filler. It may also have vegetable fats and milk powder added, and is typically combined with nuts, caramel, or chocolate. In contrast, some American confections feature such nougat as the primary component, rather than one of several. Varieties of nougat are found in Three Musketeers, Double-Decker, Zero bars, and Baby Ruth bars. In Britain, nougat is traditionally made in imitation of the southern European varieties and is still commonly found at fairgrounds and the seaside. The most common industrially produced type is colored pink and white, the pink often fruit-flavored, and sometimes wrapped in edible rice paper with almonds and cherries, sometimes substituted with peanuts, or omitted altogether. Variations. Spanish tarin follows the traditional recipes with toasted almonds, sugar, honey, and egg whites. It has a minimum 60% almond content. Torroni from Italy includes these same basic ingredients as well as vanilla or citrus flavoring, and is often sandwiched between two very thin sheets of rice paper. In the Venetian town of Colonia Veneta is produced mandorlato, always based on honey, sugar, egg whites and almonds, but with a different taste and harder to bite than Torroni. Colonia Veneta is well known for its nougat production. Wiener nougat is a variant which contains only sugar, cocoa butter, nuts, and cocoa mass, and has a mellow consistency. The nuts used for Viennese nougat are usually hazelnuts. In both Germany, Sweden and Denmark, Viennese nougat is what has traditionally been associated with and labeled as nougat, while in Sweden and Denmark the original nougat is referred to as French nougat. In Germany, Gianduja is traditionally called nougat.